welcome back to Weymouth to the World. On this episode, Jeff Bezos decides he wants to be our neighbour on Union Island. Maddie and I walk across the whole island to get to Clifton, which is the little capital, which is where we clear out of St Vincent and the Grenadines. We head down to Carriacou, which is where we check in to Grenada. And then from Carriacou down, it's a 5.5-hour bumpy sail on the outside of Grenada. We finally get a new dinghy, pay through the nose for it. Last time we left you, this local was cutting us up tuna steaks. Let's go and see how they turned out. Here we have some garlic butter. Here is our seasoned tuna steaks. I've tried to take as many bones out as I could. There was still quite a few bones, but yeah, really excited for this. Here we go. Won't be complete without some hot sauce. Look at that, rare.
Who are you spying there, Mark?
I'm sure I can see Jeff Bezos just landed on the helicopter, and I'm looking, there's a guy in a blue top with a bald head.
We've looked up the boats. That's his support vessel, and that's his $500 million sailboat there.
Yeah, I think that's Mr. Bezos.
New neighbour.
We're seeing about 25 knots of wind at the moment. There was a yacht just behind us in this sort of area, and I thought he was getting a bit further away, and I thought, I wonder if his anchor's slipping. He's quite deep water. Where is he? That's him there, heading towards Jeff Bezos's big yacht. I don't know if there's anyone on board, but anyway, their boat's gone. Oh, right, there's someone just come out on deck now. They're running to, that must be scary, coming at not knowing that you've slipped. Someone's up anchoring that's probably just dangling in the water at the moment. Someone's on the engine. There's a boat, one of Jeff Bezos's boats, circling him, making sure they don't get too close. That must be scary. I thought his anchor had slipped. I thought he was getting further away. He's just drifting between very expensive boats there. He's very lucky. Very lucky. Got a squall going through right now. The Warrior just leant right over. She was kind of beam on when the squall hit, and we just went right over. There's some guy over there, that boat next to us with a blue stripe. I think his bimini's come down with his, he's got flexible solar panels. They look like they were hanging off. That was a strong, oh hang on, we might have another go at it. This is really testing the anchor. It's spinning around like mad. That's the boat there that dragged anchor, and they ended up way out there and come back in. I bet old Mr. Bezos is quite comfortable on that boat though. The next day, Maddie and I went ashore to head to Clifton, the capital town. We were clearing out of St Vincent and the Grenadines, ready to head south to Carriacou, which is where we're checking for Grenada also. This beach was amazing, but we didn't really have time to stop. And Maddie made friends with the locals again. She loves it. Mad, what have you got in your hand? You found the penny. Was it good luck?
Yeah.
What happened straight away after you picked up that penny?
Fell over on my bum.
Well, lucky. Just got back from our little trip to Clifton. Lovely island, you know, we've pretty much seen all of the island now by walking in, a good hour and a half walk. And we did get a taxi back just because we had a little bit of shopping. And we got new neighbours. Look at that beautiful ketch. Guy up in the rigging, look, on the foremast. But what a boat. Stunning. And we got the old pirate ship that's been following us out the back behind that really expensive boat. First time we saw that, if you remember, was in Safira in St Lucia. So that obviously just does tours everywhere. There's some amazing boats around here. And then there's the Warrior, bless her. Ah, she's a lovely boat. Good morning. Just been getting the boat ready to go. Pretty breezy today, which is good. That should send us down there fairly quick. It's only about, I think, an hour and a half down to Tyrrell Bay. Forgot to put the Q flag up yesterday, so that's up now. And then we're clearing and put up with a Grenada flag. Yeah, we'll start coming up on the anchor. Check out the anchor. Maddie has made flatbreads. We are having burritos with some cheese. Oh, look at that. Our anchor alarm just went off. We were sat down below, which indicates that we've slipped. We set a certain amount of how much chain we've got out, and if it goes past that, it lets us know, which is weird. I mean, we did swing around onto a different point of wind. So I just jumped in to go check it. And on my way over there, just as I'm getting towards my anchor, an eagle ray just swam. Typically I didn't have the GoPro. I love eagle rays. I've only ever seen one in the wild in Barbados, and I surfed over the top of it. And that is the first time I've seen one. I love them that much. I've actually got a school of eagle rays tattooed on me. That was incredible. What an experience. And I didn't take you to see it. I'm sorry. Good morning. 7 o'clock on a Sunday. We was going to leave yesterday to head down to Grenada. But Maddie woke up with a bit of a sore ear, and the winds were a lot lighter than I was expecting, so we decided to leave today. We've got 18 knots, so last night, hardly slept last night. Massive gusts coming through here. You know, I was running up top because I turned the anchor alarm off yesterday thinking because we were leaving. So I kept coming up. The anchor's good, the anchor holds, but there's always in the back of your mind just in case it slipped. So yeah, we're getting up. I'll start getting all the lines ready, and then we'll head down there. Hopefully get to Grenada by sort of 1-2 o'clock this afternoon. So let's get going. Where are we?
We are in Prickly Bay in Grenada.
This is our final southern island. We just put the snubber on the anchor. So yeah, anchor seems pretty well set. Water doesn't look the clearest here, but I might try and dive in it. The good thing is we're kind of surrounded by mooring buoys, so these guys aren't going to swing too much. It's just whether or not we are allowed. There are people anchored next to us. Good morning. Today is the day. Where we go, Mads?
Let's get a new dinghy.
Yeah, hopefully. I phoned up a few days ago and they had one, so I phoned up when we were in, where were we? Carriacou. I phoned up when we were in Carriacou, and it's Island Water World, which is a marina we use quite a bit in St Lucia. They've got a chain, and I phoned them up and they had one in stock that we need. So they put it on reserve for us, and I said we'd get it Monday afternoon. Today being Monday morning, we've just put our little dinghy. This is a beautiful little marina. This is Prickly Bay Marina. There's a Spice Island yard, which is further in the little cut that we're in. So we're just gonna walk, I think it's about an hour, what was it, an hour
and a half.
Hour and a half walk into St George's, which is where the main marina is. So yeah, we can do a little bit of exploring. Come and have a look with us. Update on the dinghy. So I've been looking online, Island Water World. Everything, whenever you look at shops, it's always in Eastern Caribbean dollars. So it was like $2,900, was it? So it works out about £900 for this dinghy, which is about right for what we pay in the UK. So I put my card in, pressed the button, knew that I had enough money on the card because it's like a prepaid card we use over here, and it declined. And I said, well look, I've got the money there, and she went, no, that's US. So it's like £2,500 just for a little 2.7 meter dinghy. So I think we need to go and have some lunch and start looking online again and hope that there may be something up in Antigua, because that is ridiculous. So over lunch and a coffee, a lot of deliberation, we decided that we are going to have to bite the bullet and get this dinghy. Very expensive, but it's done. So we managed to get a lift back to the dinghy dock in the marina. It's only it's only got one seat, so I'm just making do. Sorry. There's one on the left, so I'm going to come down on it. Which one is it? This is mine, so what I'll probably do...
Which way are you going?
Right, do you want to go get the dough process?
Taking the new dinghy for a walk.
Saves deflating it. I don't know where the Warrior is, but we'll find her. Wind's dropped, isn't it? I think we've started a towing trend. We now have a spare dinghy. You know, she's still serviceable. It's the only thing with this marina is we're right at the end of the airport. So 3 o'clock this morning we had something taken off. Anyway, sorry, I digress. Yeah, we've got a spare. I'm going to give her a clean. I've got some soapy water, because you don't want to be packing things away with salt water in. I don't know if you've ever smelt what happens when you warm climate and stale salt water. So give her a clean, let her dry, then pack her away. Spare dinghy. You'll have to excuse the engine noises. We are making water, and I've got the inverter on to charge the laptop. It needs 240 volts. So this is taking a lot of power, and it's pretty cloudy today. It's raining all morning, so the batteries just won't keep up. Found out why the dinghy was so expensive. I was under the impression it was a PVC dinghy like the old Baby Warrior. and it's not. I'm just looking at there's a plate on the back of the transom. It gives you all of your max weights and your max pressures, and then it says the tube material, and it's Hypalon. So those of you who don't know, Hypalon is a lot more expensive because it's a lot more resistant to UV. So hopefully this dinghy will last, or should last us a long time. It's good quality, but it's still a very large chunk out of the budget. So we've got to be very, very careful, you know, what we spend on. And I mean, we have been pretty good, haven't we?
Yeah.
Anywho, hope you enjoyed this episode. We're going to leave it here. Today is Tuesday. We are leaving Grenada on Friday for a 2-day sail. The plan is a 2-day sail, or 2.5 days, north, straight shot north to Antigua. It's going to be Maddie's longest journey. It's going to be my longest for quite a while. Yeah, the last time I'd done an overnighter was Barbados to St. Lucia. That was the start of the year. So it's going to be interesting. The winds are looking okay for it, but then there's some very large winds at the other end, so we do need to try and get there before Monday. It's due, looking at the passage plan, it's saying Sunday morning, Sunday lunchtime, depending on how the winds play for us. So definitely watch next week's episode. This is a sailing channel. There's not been a lot of sailing because we just do day hops between the islands, but now we are going to have a lot of sailing. So stay tuned. If you're not already subscribed, please subscribe to the channel because it really helps support the channel. We do put a lot of work in the filming and the editing, all the rest of it. Hit the notification bell so you can see when the next episode is going to come along. And thank you very much for watching, guys. We shall see you later.